Jill's haircut is I want you to see the sections that I've parted the hair into. Okay, we've got a triangular section for the fringe. Then again, we've taken our section from the top of the head to just above the ear. But this is the interesting part with this haircut. There's going to be no disconnect whatsoever. But as I said, I want to leave the sides as long as they are. So I've got to figure out a way of blending the back into the sides so that we have continuity. What I don't want is I don't want this to be short here and then all of a sudden suddenly go into long sides. So where the overdirection is going to come into here with this particular system is going to be these two panels on either side of the center panel here. If I overdirect everything into the center so that it moves out into the sides, I'm going to leave too much bulk on the sides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the back evenly, and then I'm going to overdirect only these two side panels into where the center panel ends, which is going to be right here. Okay? And where this hair ends is with the natural split of the hair. So once again, I'm still working with the way that the hair is growing, okay? Because by doing that, when I blow dry, my balance is going to be even all the way through. So I'm going to start at the top, just like I did with Jenny's hair, alright? And cut straight across, and I'm going to measure the top section with the crown so that I get exactly the right length. But this time I'm going to come right out to the sides. And then when I come through to do the back, okay, I'm going to come from the crown, lift my head, my fingers at this angle, okay, cut straight down, making this even, and then over directing the side back sections into the back section. Okay, so let's start with the top section. I'm going to lift this hair up. I'm going to measure it. Okay, I'm going to look for my crown. My crown is right here. I'm going to lift it up, measure it over, lift the hair up, and cut straight across. Okay. Straight across. Okay, so my longest point is my outside baseline. Same thing on this side. Straight across, lift it. And then when I come through to do the section from the top of the head to the crown, remember I'm going to lift this hair and cut it at an angle out. Once again, I am going to follow the shape of the head. Okay, so I'm coming down. So I'm cutting less and less hair off. Okay, as I come down, I'm just going to leave these side sections really as long as they are. And then the same on this side. lift it at a really steep angle. Coming out, following the shape of the head. It's so important that I do not over-direct this hair into the center. So that I'm actually cutting less and less hair off. Now, once I've done that, then with the center panel, I'm going to come straight down. Okay, look for my guideline, cut it straight down. Okay, pulling everything straight out from the head. Alright, until I get to where my side back section is. Okay, and then when I get to my side back section here, this is the part that I'm going to over-direct into the back section, into the center back section. So now I'm going to start over-directing. Okay, but not into the middle. So you can see I'm taking less and less hair off. Okay, to there, and then I'm going to do exactly the same thing on this side. Center back section, pull straight out from the head. And when I get to my side section, or excuse me, when I get to my side back section, this is where I'm going to start to now over-direct it. See that happening now. So right behind the ear with my last section. Okay, so what's happening is I've got this flow going from the center into the sides at a really even pace. Alright, now coming through to do the top, I'm going to take my section here, lift it, very steep angle, and again it's really important that I don't over direct this hair, but I start coming straight out from the head, using my first section as my guideline and with my fingers at a really steep angle so that I retain the length that I want down here. Straight out. And my last section. Straight out from the head. You can see I'm taking off very little hair, so that what I've got is got my length that I want, but my layering flows all the way through. Okay, now I'm going to do the other side. really steep angle. Make sure that I am following the shape of the head as I come down, so there's no over direction into the center whatsoever. Tilt your head over, that's great. Okay, my parting here can be straight across. See, there's absolutely no over direction involved whatsoever. Just my fingers at a really steep angle. Okay, so now we can begin to see the shape start to evolve. I want to make a heavy short fringe. So we're going to take the fringe into a triangular section, and then the partings that I take to cut, okay, are opposite the section that I take to put the fringe in. So when I part the hair off in this triangular section, I'm parallel with the hairline, which gives me an even distribution of fringe. And then what I'm going to do is hold this down and cut blunt. After we've done the fringe, now I'm going to put my A-line in the back, alright? And this is where we go back to our basic system, which is the fourth system on the blueprint. We take the back section into 4 sections. The 2 center panels are cut straight across, with the 2 side back panels starting off the A-line. So I take my first section straight across, bring this hair down, cut right against the skin. I don't hold anything between my fingers, because if I do, I'm going to get too much. I don't cut anything between my fingers, because if I do, I'm going to get too much graduation running through my guideline. Alright, and then with the next section, this is cut straight across. Okay, with my partings always parallel with my design line. So my parting is straight across, my cut is straight across. Okay, all the way through until I've totally run out of hair. Okay, so that goes straight across like that. Now, this is where I come into my A-line. Okay, is this section of hair right behind the ear. So here you see my parting now is parallel to the line that I want to cut into the hair. So now I'm going to bring this down, and now I'm going to start to cut my A-line. Take the next section, bring it down. Alright, and then I'm going to do exactly the same thing on this side here. My parting here is in an A-line. Comb the hair straight down, and come to my A-line here. So now coming into the side section, my parting here is parallel to my design line. I'm going to bring this hair down, follow the shape of the head. Here I'm going to hold it between my fingers, but with my fingers as close to the point that the hair is going to fall. I don't want to bring my hand out, do something like this, because otherwise I'm going to cut that too short. Okay? And it's in that position. And then exactly the same on the left hand side. I'm going to bring this down, hold it between my fingers. And then when I've finished, I can put a little bit of texturizing in this. Because, you know, Jill's hair, she's got a lot of it, but it's fine. So really this is where I want the most bounce. So that's why I'm going to texturize it right here. I'm going to start my blow drying at the crown, lift it, alright? I'm going to use a Denman brush. When I blow dry, I always make sure that the dryer is following the brush. In now, we need to just finish it off, because you know, every single time I do a haircut, it has to be cut wet and it has to be cut dry, because you know, when you cut the hair wet, you're basically cutting it so that you get the right length. When you cut the hair dry, then you're really cutting it for the way that the hair falls. Okay, now you see with the fringe, you know, I think that blunt fringe really offsets the layering really nicely. And it balances out with the A-line. Okay, so now I think we're ready to finish it off with some styling products. Okay, just to recap what we did with the system. Same system as we did on Jenny, except the difference is that we did not do any disconnect. So we started at the top, we measured from the top of the head to the crown, pulled the hair straight up, cut straight across. The center panel at the back was cut evenly, straight up and down. The only over direction was right here on these two side panels in the back. And this was over directed into the center, so that when the hair is dry, we have this movement going from the back into the sides without there being any kind of a bump going from the sides or from the back sides into the side section. Remember, when we do the top, the angle of our fingers is really steep. When we do the front, the angle of our fingers are really steep. No over direction, everything is cut straight out from the head. When we do the fringe area is taken into a triangle like this, and our partings are taken into a triangle that way, so that the partings that we put into the hair, or excuse me, the partings that we put into the hair are parallel with the design line that we're cutting into the hair. And we shampooed once again with the Color Friendly shampoo, which has the violet base. Again, we use the all-in-one conditioner. And the two styling products that we used, the CSV, which is our root boost, and the Pump It Up, which makes the hair fatter and makes the client really feel like she's got a lot of hair. And we finished off with the silk drops. So just so that we really understand what we did at the back, this is our center back panel, these are our side back panels. The center back panel has been cut evenly with no over direction, and then where our over direction starts is going to be on these two side back panels, and it's only over directed into the end of the center panel. So here with Jill, alright, this is exactly the same system as we did on Jenny, but on medium length hair.